Hey y'all, hey y'all. We love in here, we kick shit in here, we ourselves in here, we real motherfucking G in here in every sense of the word you heard. Straight like that. We move in love, we release in love, we operate in love, cause what the fuck else is there to do? We about to jump this nightly read off. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be an energy check-in. See where we at with it, see where we need to be. And just tend to our business like that. You heard? Straight like that. We got Moonflower. Bloom even if no one is watching. We got spells and rituals bring magic and self-care together. Witchy medicine connect to earth. So you just basically need to get outside, get in nature, ground yourself, walk barefooted, tend to your business. I know some of y'all just want to be on a nature trail somewhere. Maybe you live in a city. You looking at nature trails, or you want to just like kind of explore and be that way. You don't want to really sit on just a plot of grass. You want to be surrounded by trees and shit like that. Figure it out, set a time, get it done. What you're gonna have to do is really start affirming yourself, being honest with yourself, tending to yourself, and especially your physical, okay, and your spiritual. Your emotional is up and down. It's like you're on an emotional roller coaster because you're not balancing out your physical and your spiritual, as well as you may have been to your emotional. You've been trying to heal. Self-help books may be significant. Somebody needs a spiritual bath. And when it says bloom, even if no one is watching, it's just you really tend to yourself. You really continue to live in your authenticity type shit. You know what I'm saying? It is okay to change the direction. That's at the bottom of the deck you heard. And it's happy, and it's going in either direction. So whichever course you choose to take, just know that you will end up where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? The courses and the moves you do make is really just guided. Okay? Somebody is not feeling like their best self. Somebody's not feeling like their whole self. Somebody's not feeling like the powerhouse that they are. This new you is kind of rattling you. It like you don't know how to like tie this down. You don't know how to connect it. Okay, because it's a whole lot of back and forth. Like one day you vibrating this high ass energy, and then the next, or probably the next couple days, you feeling like fuck all this. I'm on some bullshit. Yeah, I'm saying, and it is just because you haven't really laid the old you to rest yet. With this Empress in reverse, you haven't really let go of all the feelings that came with your past shit. Your emotional is still like you on an emotional roller coaster, period. You're just gonna have a little patience. You're gonna have to give yourself grace. You're gonna have to know that you're not crazy. What you believe in, what you're hearing, what you're seeing, especially in your dream state, it's what it is. If you don't understand and ask for clarity, pray for clarity. Specifically ask questions that you need answers to, and then sit on that. You know what I'm saying? Like figure it the fuck out, and you're gonna have to sit on it in a quiet space, in a space where you not only let your mind roam and do what it needs to do, but where you actually listen and wait for the answers to come towards you. You feeling like I'm just feeling like it's a fight between you and your higher self at this point. It's like fire and ice type shit. You got choices to make. As I said, it's like you fighting with your higher self right now. You feel like your battles, your war cries is bigger than the outcome, but it's not. You facing your, you know what I mean, your internal struggles, your internal issues, is for you to help grow you into all of you fully. You gotta realize something like this spirituality shit ain't for kicks and giggles. Like You had to become a monster at one point in order to survive and run along with it. Now that you want to come back out of that, you don't lose that part of yourself. It's still with you. You still have to, like, you know what I'm saying? Tend to that, nurture that. And when it comes time for it to come out and protect you, that's what it's there for to do. Okay? And you stepping back and dialing down those negative emotions, those negative thoughts, that self-hate, that self-doubt type shit, it takes a lot. And you facing your inner child right now got you fucked up because you don't really want to face it. You don't really want to deal with it. You don't really want to sit with what you felt like you already got over. But this is coming back up again because you didn't get over it. This is resurfacing and showing itself again because it's there. And there's no one lick bandage over this shit. There's no one way out of this. There's as many different routes and routes you can take to move on from this. It's up to you on how you pursue that and how you tend to that. And you need to do it the best way possible for you, whether it's cutting everybody off and going in hermit mode, going solo dolo, whether it be you seeing somebody and speaking to like a licensed professional about this shit, whether you really just do yoga exercises and cry out the things that you don't even want to really see or accept. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's many different ways and avenues for you to get over what you into. You know what I mean? Just don't let it get over on you. Don't let it hold you down. Don't let this fear cripple you so much to the point where you're not allowing yourself to grow and expand just because you don't want to face some shit you already been through. You got to understand you already been through it. Now it's just you trying to figure out how to feel it fully and go through the process of grieving and mourning what the fuck you already been through, and knowing that you can still come out on the other end of this in a better space. You know what I mean? In a better mind state, in a better emotional state, in a better spiritual state, because you got to recognize your power pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, you still flip-flopping on you. And it's like you got so many people watching you, not even wanting you to continue to proceed and to be full in yourself, to be whole in yourself. But they like, what you doing that for? What you into that for? What you trying to... That ain't none of their motherfucking business. And you ain't got time to worry about that. Whatever you want to do, it's really you gonna have to set your mind to it and do it. You gonna have to... When your mind comes up and you feel this projection on you, or you feel old negative patterns starting to pop up, it's gonna take you to do the work to implement 2 more positive thoughts and then pursue that and move that way. You understand me? Like, you've already been in the dark and you know what it takes to come outside of that. So don't be afraid now, when all you have to do is step into the light and fully let it transform you in a way. Yeah, you're gonna have to grieve, baby. And you're gonna have to do it with your spirit team, your spirit guides. You're gonna have to really understand that you're worthy of a lot of shit that you don't give yourself credit for. And those around you see it. And on the other news, you got love coming in. That's gonna rattle your core. But it's gonna give you a sense of home. It's gonna further help you heal, but you first have to do the work to get there. If that makes sense, okay? You gotta pay attention too, because even though these changes are coming about, everything that glitters ain't gold. Y'all know how that saying go. You know what I mean? Like, the patience you're gonna have with spirit is like, you're gonna have to remember your worth. Just because a motherfucker offering you something, you still gonna have to listen to your discernment, your guys, and you know what I mean? Everything ain't motherfucking unicorn farts and rainbows. Like, and I understand that you don't even really want to walk into this elemental period of having to rehash some shit, having to deal with this same spirit in another body. But They just want you to catch on quicker. Just go around. You understand what I'm saying? Like, can you really spot a trader in your midst? Are you paying attention? Did you really learn the lessons, or was you bullshitting with me? Again, temperance, like, it's coming in to show you, like, I got your back and I'm connecting it all. But you gotta have faith in me. And faith without work is dead. And the work is you doing your shadow work. Okay? Is you stop lying to yourself, saying that you're not hurt by these situations, saying that, you know what I mean, trying to cover some shit up with a band-aid that ain't really. No. I'm telling you, you had to take these notes in order to move forward. You had to figure it out in order to bring in what you want to. And you moving forward hasn't been no easy thing. You've really been a wounded fucking warrior. You waiting on your war cries to go silent, but what I'm telling you is that your war cries will not be silent. They will only begin to harmonize to the journey and the melodies that you are moving into. Like, you are no longer crone, if that makes sense. Like, your happy is here. You just gotta let it be. Like, you have to not only choose it, but you have to move in this. Like, you gotta see you for all of what you are. The mystic, the leader, the guider, like the provider, like someone that guides, someone that leads, someone that heals, someone that feels, like all of it. And what you're going through internally shows out in your external. So just be mindful of that. Pay attention to that, okay? Yeah, you got people watching you, wanting to fuck on you, wanting to offer you some shit. This is what you have to pay attention to. And I'm not saying don't let your guard down, but you got to know who and when to let your guard down for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be feeling confused or not knowing how to approach this next chapter in your life, but you got the notes. If you haven't, start taking notes. Start writing this shit down. Start paying attention to what's going on around you. Like, you done already been in a waiting period, and that's over with. It's time for you to rise now. Okay, you can leave what you don't want to be bothered with dead. Like, you can leave that shit alone. You understand what I'm saying? And what you choose to pull with you, take with you, you know that you can give like, it's a rebirth. You can breathe new life into it and what you want. You know what I mean? But what isn't for you, continue to let that shit lay to rest. Continue to let that shit be. Don't make the shit harder than what it has to be. Don't confuse yourself. Don't continue to not listen to the guys that's around you, not listening to the information and the downloads that you're receiving. Okay? This is all by the power of your hand. But Spirit is saying, what I'm calling you and letting you know that ain't for you, leave that shit dead. That shit over with. Let that shit go. But what's for you, continue to nurture that and move through that and breathe life into that, especially you. Okay? The decision you have to make now is who's worthy and who's not. And let go of those who aren't worthy of you. That don't hold the status, that don't hold the capacity, that can't withstand the rain, like, type shit. You understand what I'm saying? That can't give you shit. Stop giving to motherfuckers that don't offer you the same love in return. This is just what it is. Like, because they're coming back around, especially during this fucking retrograde. And you're gonna have to be solid. You done already came from this and moved on to being more forceful, being more powerful, especially in your mind. So don't let a motherfucker play trick on you. Don't let a motherfucker try to trick you. Just because they're watching you. Just because they're paying attention to you. They see this happy. They see what you coming into. And they want a piece of that. But they tore that down where they don't even got access to you now. So don't let them back in. You got a lot to celebrate. But you also got motherfuckers gossiping and talking about you. Let them talk. Whatever they think about what's going on between your happiness ain't your motherfucking business. Your business is you tending to you and focusing on everything that you want. You understand me? Everything that you're attracting and everything that you're manifesting. Okay? That grief only ends when you get the clarity and realize that you are the truth and you are worthy of more than what a motherfucker has been trying to give to you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't pity yourself. Because that's what they've been doing to you for so long. That's what kept you in this box, and you're bigger than a box. Baby, think bigger. Like, Eight of Pentacles, you work so hard to even get yourself to see you for more than what this is. Like, your spirit guides is given to you. Place an offering. And recognize that you have the power to hold these collaborations that's coming towards you. You'll know what's for you and what's not. You done grown that much spiritually. The Emperor, yeah. Okay? This new beginning is here. Flew out over the Ace of Swords. Like, you have the power. You hear the call. The Empress. Like, if you don't think you want an alignment to being with who you're supposed to be with, your queendom spouse, your kingdom spouse, however you want to say it, like, you had a capacity to hold this. Somebody gonna see your war scars and still love you beyond that. You have to love you beyond your scars. Don't doubt you just because you see your scars. You understand what I'm saying? You feel your scars. It's more to you than that. It's a lot more to you than that. Don't post your business. Don't speak about your business, especially not what you're trying to do, especially not what you're trying to tend to. Keep your mouth shut. So you stop feeling caged in, because all they're going to try to do is wear you down and keep you stuck, especially your vision and your focus. Can you be quiet? They don't got enough love to give for you. You understand me? They just love the love that you give. Because it's so grand, because it's so mystic, because it's so full, because it's so warming. Okay? You're going to have to recognize the power that you hold. You see all these people watching in the background? Like, you always going to be the center of attention. And you closer than what you think until there's getting this recognition that you want. Or order to get in this position that you want. This luxurious life that you want. This fame that you want. It's here. Success is here for you now. Don't trick yourself out of this. Don't play yourself out of this. Please don't. Heavy as a head that wears a crown. But don't let somebody else's opinions, you know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what they is. Opinions confuse you or make you feel trapped. Don't get trapped in your own mind at this time either. Okay? You know what the cycle begins and ends with because you've been through it so many times. So once you start seeing those signs and symptoms reoccur and come back, you're going to have to dial yourself down and zero in to, you know what I mean? Get you up out of that. Pay attention, bro. Pay attention. You're going to have to sit pretty. You're going to have to be calm. You're going to have to be confident. You're going to have to be collected in you. Do you understand me? Calm, confident, and collected in you. You're going to have to take notes. You're going to have to pull back. You're going to have to hold it down. You ain't even going to let nobody know what you're working on. Because a lot of motherfuckers really want to come against you and stop you. Whether you want to believe it or not, because they supposed to, because they feel entitled because y'all can or whatever. Nah. That's over with. That's over with. There's no more rain in your cloud. Don't get stuck. You have a choice to make. To be fully in what you want and what you're attracting. To live fully in that. To embrace that fully. Because a lot of motherfuckers see this. Not only do they want a piece of the pie, but they want to stop you from getting there. Because they feel so much more powerful when you're caged in. Instead of when you're balancing out and doing everything you need to do, because they feel like, how are you doing that? Why can't I do it too? It's a lot of pick me ass motherfuckers around you. Pick your dream. Pick yourself. Do you understand me? Pick your dream and pick your motherfucking self. The star card. Pick your healing. Change is here. Success is here. And you spent that motherfucking wheel. You wrote like you was on that boat riding. Do you understand? Anyways, you made it through them treacherous ass waters. Don't let nobody go back to having you boxed in. You bigger than your motherfucking environment. I love you. I like you. I like you. Your time is here. Grind now. Because when your success shows, you'll know which way to go. You'll know which decisions to make. You'll know how to move forward. Believe in yourself.